Hi and good evening, Dee.
Hey, Turtle, how are we doing tonight? Just to let you guys know, or at least let Turtle know, since you're the only one that's in here at the moment, we may have some major bugs tonight. I just got a new laptop for Christmas, and I am in the process of trying to figure out everything on the 2016 stuff. It is not as friendly as I was hoping. So we basically are praying everything works right now. That's why I wasn't on Tuesday. I was testing some stuff, or Saturday, I was testing some stuff and I just did not get to this part of the test. So we're going to hope and pray that this thing works. Because right now I don't know what to expect. I really don't.
Doing good.
So if this does not work, I apologize in advance. But yeah, 2016 is not the most friendliest software around. That much I have learned, and I have only been using it for like 2 or 3 days. Crud. It didn't. There it goes.
S of Day Saint fan.
Hey, D-Back, what's the good word? And bear with me 1 minute, guys. So I apologize for the screwball-y start.
Sorry I missed Christmas prize week. Something came up unexpectedly and made go new my ship LOL.
But I am hoping that this computer runs things a little better. Did Firefly get claimed? I'm trying to remember. Actually, Firefly did not get claimed. Firefly is still here. Oop. It did not get claimed this week. Or I should say last week. Bobby claimed the Star Trek animated series. I'm trying to figure out what I want to drink. Like I said, it's just been it's screwy down here. Because I am missing all sorts of stuff that has been placed, misplaced, relocated, the whole 9 yards.
Santa was looking out for a turtle.
So right now, I don't think I'd know where my head is if it weren't on my shoulders.
TY Santa LOL. I have no clue what he is looking for.
I am looking for my bottle opener.
Since nobody claimed it, I'll claim it as mine's LOL. Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
Turd Ferguson LOL.
Told you. Told you. Like I said, my head would be off my shoulders right now. Yeah, it's only Turd Ferguson once in a while. Once in a while. But yeah, I figured I was going to bring back a What's My Line one for once. Just so it's used and out of the way. No, it doesn't work that way. You know better. You got to earn it. Or as what's his name? E.F. Watermelon said, you have to earn it. But see, now you know what's not in the vault, by the way. Because I already reloaded the vault. Yeah, I gotta get my whole studio reorganized. Because right now it's like a war zone down here. That's how bad it is. Ugh.
I am Hugh Jackman. LOL, shove up, it's every game, LOL. See you, Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman is an Australian actor. He is known for being Wolverine. Like I said, I know it's around here somewhere. I just have to find it. It's probably like it's like Bubbles says, it's probably upstairs. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to List Wits with the screwball starting time and all that good stuff. Like I said, tonight
someone is involved in 139. Team me dang.
Yeah, Emery broke the vault Saturday. Or no, Thursday night. So Emery's got, what did Emery's claim? Emery's claimed the Speed Racer car, and he also claimed he won the Tony Stewart diecast model, the 124 model from Habitat for Humanity. Basically, HBK and Emery's were about the only two people that were here participating Christmas Eve.
Powering off.
Yeah. I'll turn you back on in a minute. So yeah, HBK and Emery's pretty much cleaned up Thursday night. They basically split about 14 prizes between them, I think. No, actually, let's see, 4 Batmobiles, 4 Hot Wheels, 2 Dragons, 2 plushies. So that's 10. I'd have to go look at what else. And then HBK and Emery's pretty much played Let's Make a Deal on air to try to figure out who needed what. Or who was swapping what prizes.
I cannot read the clue.
Can't read the clue? That's probably because I moved the monitor a bit. Either that or you're going blind, Bubbles. One of the two. Yeah, like I said, I have been rearranging things, so let's see. There. That'll work for now. At least for now. Plus the YouTube video is showing it's kind of fuzzy. And I don't know why, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And the funny thing is it'll clear up in a minute. I guarantee it. But like I said, plus I am doing some rearranging. The only thing I did not get that I should have bought myself for Christmas was a desk. Because I was going to like studioize the desk. But I didn't want to show too much yet, because like I said, right now the studio is a disaster mess. There. Less glare. So one of the things I'm going to warn you guys is, because of the new computer, the brightness and stuff isn't set correctly compared to the old one. But as you can see, it's running a little smoother, thankfully. So the color schemes and stuff we're going to have to get used to, because like I said, I've definitely got to do some adjusting on the fly. So this is a bit of a test for the host tonight, as well as for you guys, because we will be doing a brand new game that I have not used yet.
New computer. Innocent. Billy D. Williams.
Yeah, you're never innocent. As much as you would claim to be, you are never, ever innocent. I know better. But yes, like I said, so the color scheme may be a little hard on the eyes, and if it is, I apologize beforehand tonight. Because, again, I was doing, when I flipped it over from this computer to this computer, it basically reset everything display graphics wise. Everything. So I pulled one up. I was going to test the Russian roulette game tonight, because I've been meaning to do it. And I pulled up the wrong one, and nothing that is a legitimate blue comes up clean. So I have to pretty much go back through every game and test the blue coloring, which means the Jeopardy game is going to be a nightmare to fix, because it basically runs on a blue background. Yeah, new computer. And I got train pieces, and I got my fez and my bow tie, and 2 more chess pieces. So I am halfway through. No, I'm 1 short of half for my Suicide Squad, or my Crime Syndicate set. I had something else I was just going to say. But yeah, like I said, so just to let you guys know, there will be some changes on the layout.
Pork sandwiches, LOL.
Probably starting the new year. Thursday night, again, I will be back with the list. It'll probably be a very short episode because I want to start working on resetting the studio as soon as that broadcast is over. So one of the goofy things I may do...
Fez is cool.
Yep, fezzes and bow ties are always cool. So one of the things I may do, just so you guys know, Thursday night, it will be a very short list, very likely. And what I may do is I may just do a broadcast on Ustream, because I don't save anything on Ustream. It's just me working on the studio. So if you guys want to talk, chat, you know, whatever, it'll probably be up Thursday night for that. Because like I said, my plan is I'm going to do some adjusting, and I plan on like moving the studio more so you see the bar and the bar shelf more so than just the back wall or the monitor. You may not even notice any changes if I keep the monitor where it is, to be honest with you. But I got to move the desk because the table is getting wobbly for some reason. I don't know why. Because I have not moved the table, but it's just gotten kind of shaky, as you guys can see there. No, it is not flooding. The studio is nice and dry at the moment. Thank you very much. I was going to check and see how far behind this video is playing. There we go. It's actually pretty much almost caught up. There we are. And ladies and gentlemen, we did have one guess from D-Back. As indeed you are looking at Hugh Jackman. And apparently I still don't have the name removal part fixed, because it should have removed Who Am I and put up Hugh Jackman. So it is indeed Hugh Jackman, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I took it out, that's why. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is the pregame tonight. So as you can see, we're going to be changing, like I said, we're going to be changing a few things up. Yeah, it might be because the Riddler dances on the desk. You never know. I hope not, because he'd send everything flying. For those of you that don't know, I am planning on making some game show changes in the new year. Originally with the Vault, whoever won the game basically answered 3 extra trivia questions that was a little more difficult. My plan starting the new year, and this is just my plan, is there's going to actually be bonus games for the player that wins the primary game. For those of you that were here on Tuesday or Wednesday, you saw a couple of examples of that.
If the desk is the one I made, it was never completely level.
Yes, it's the one you made. I had it level at one point. It's just I had to rearrange the legs a little bit, and it just never got sturdy again for whatever reason. For those of you that were here Tuesday or Wednesday, what we did was basically I ran the 15-minute pre-show. The 15-minute pre-show, when it was done, I did not give you the answers. And the reason I didn't give you the answers was, if you paid attention to the pre-show and you figured out what the answers to the games were, you had a good shot towards the end of the game to win the bonus game. It was basically the pre-game and the post-game are the same game. But only the person that actually wins the main game, their answers are what we're looking for in the post-game. So for instance, if we'd had the What's My Line up, and I'm not using the What's My Line for the pre-game part, what it would have been was whoever won that game would then probably see all 15 clues again and maybe some of the puzzle pieces coming off. And if they could have identified the person, they would win. That's one layout. The other layout is, and this will be the good game to show you what I have in mind. I don't have the bonus game written for this one. But the game that we are about to participate in is called Perfection. And the game is very simple. It's a game of true false. And as you can see, this is an example where the colors, I've got to work on resetting them, because that yellow is absolutely blinding from what I'm seeing. So I apologize if it hurts your eyes at the moment. Like I said, I am going to go in and I'm going to do a lot of color changes. And I'll probably use some old games so you guys can see them. So you guys can see what I sit through and when I'm working on these. But this game actually comes with its own bonus game at the end. I don't have, like I said, I don't have it set up yet. But it will actually give you, it will be a similar process, and whoever wins the main game will then participate in the bonus game, which will determine how many numbers they can take off the vault. Like I said, this will start in the new year. At least that's the plan. I got to put some of these together. If you have seen The Wall, for instance, that's a good one. Yeah, I don't know, because like I said, I'm looking at it and I'm seeing bright white. I really am. So, and I've had people tell me that I've got certain games that are like more blinding than others. All right, gentlemen, I am looking for 4 participants. I am looking for 4 participants who are interested in participating in Perfection. Now, the trick to this game is that the finals will only come down to 2 of you. And 1 player will get the advantage of competing against 3 of you. Pen. Oh, you see, I'm losing everything. I just put my pen down. Good grief. I am not having a good day with keeping stuff where I put it. I am not. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am looking for up to 4 participants. I gotta have at least 2. But I am looking for 4. Turtle has said he is in. I didn't put it in my pocket. I picked it up off the floor. I probably took it back upstairs.
I want to participate.
All right, D-Back, you're in. So Turtle and D-Back are in. So we got at least our 2. I'm looking for 2 more if possible. And while I'm waiting for 2 more, I will be right back. I told you guys, I'm losing my marbles among other things tonight. Alright, so far Turtle and D-Back are in. And again, this game is actually very simple in terms of how to play it. It is, again, basically a game of true false. I swear, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to lose my marbles, among other things. I really am. There it is. I knew I put the real pen down somewhere. I knew I did. At least I didn't remember where the notebook went. That's a good thing. Alright, so we have Turtle. And we have D-Back. Again, we are looking for up to 2 more to see if we can get any more participants in. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes to see if anybody else wants to jump in.
You didn't lost your marbles, LOL.
Yeah, I lost my marbles and a few other things, Dave. Alright, so again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for up to 2 more participants. I should say I have to have 2 more because I got to have an odd number on the second team. Alright, Dave is in. That's 3. We're looking for 1 more. Bubbles is my fallback.
I'm not watching.
Oh, you're not watching anymore?
Correct.
Ah. It's alright. I got a workaround for this. So again, we're looking for 1 more person to see if they are interested in participating. Now, normally what this would be a team of 1 against a team of 3. But as we only have 3 people at the moment, it will be 1-on-1 on 1, so to speak. It'll be Turtle versus D-Back in game 1. D-Back versus Dave in game 2. And then Turtle versus Dave in game 3. That's it.
Wade's Bubbles will play, LOL.
Did you hear that?
What?
He said he's doing the Jedi mind trick on you.
Oh.
Whatever. She thinks she's Rey. That's what she thinks she is. Alright, we're going to give it about 2 more minutes and see if we can get 1 more participant in. And if not, we will go with what we have in that regard. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the channel, again, this is a test night for me as well because again, I'm doing the new laptop. And so basically we're doing some testing with the software as well as with the new game. But like I said, we're going to give it, we got 1 more minute on my timer. Or no, 1:30, sorry. We got 1:30 on my timer and then we'll see what happens. Now, normally, if we were to do this, there we go. I would have 1 player versus the team of 3. Player number 1 would be shown 4 statements that may or may not be true. Yep, I got lots of stuff I wanted, and then some stuff I wasn't expecting, like my nice new thick warm jacket. Player 1 would then say whether or not they believe each one of those 4 statements is true or false. After all the statements have been answered, the team then does the same thing. The team would basically come to a consensus, it's a vote, where the majority rules. So if 2 players in the team think something's true, then we would mark it as true for the team. The team or player that gets the most correct true-false statements then selects 2 of the categories for the final round. Okay? The process repeats for 3 rounds. After all 6 categories are chosen, 6 more statements will be given. And this is where the bonus part of this comes in part. The player then picks 1 member from the 3 opponents, and they go head to head in terms of true false. The player that gets the most correct answers wins. So it will make a little more sense here when we get to the display, as we have not had anybody else jump in. So this will be round 1 will be Turtle versus D-Back. Round 2 will be D-Back versus Dave. Round 3 will be Turtle versus Dave. Okay? So it'll make a little more sense, I think, when we show you the categories. So here are the 10 categories that you guys will select 6 of. Werewolves, British playwrights, soccer, poetry, chocolate, geography, sports, Madonna, Germany, and the Bible. So, when Turtle and D-Back play, whoever gets the most true-false correct on board 1, they will have the choice of 2 of those categories. If there's a tie, they each pick 1. Once all 3 rounds are done, once all 3 rounds are done, the highest 2 scores, it's 1 point for each one you get correct, will meet on the 6 statements. At least that's how it works when it's 1-on-1 for 3 times. Alright, so Turtle and D-Back. This is your first board. Okay? And again, this is the first statement. Motorola started as a company that produced flashlights on helmets. That's the first statement. Your second statement. Chris, kukri, and kirpan are varieties of edged weapons. Third statement. Cleopatra's Needle on Victoria Embankment in London is actually an ancient Egyptian obelisk. And statement number 4.
I see your chess set. It's badass.
I know, like I said, I'm working on all of them. Like I said, this is my Crime Syndicate. That's the set I'm actually working on first and foremost. Except for the vision piece. I want the vision piece. A sailor is known as a shellback after he throws up on his first case of seasickness. Alright, so we're going to start with Turtle. Turtle, of those 4 statements, they can all be true, they can all be false, it could be a split. It just depends. So Turtle, Motorola started as producing flashlights on helmets. Is this true or false?
Break out the Jeopardy theme song for me.
Look at it this way, Dave. You got 50-50 shot on every question. So Turtle, Motorola started as producing flashlights on helmets. Turtle says that is false. Chris, kukri, and kirpan are varieties of edged weapons. True or false? Actually, I probably should ask D back the first one, just to make sure that things are fair. So D back, Motorola started by producing flashlights on helmets. True or false?
True.
All right, D-Back says Motorola did start by producing flashlights on helmets. Turtle. Chris, Kukri, and Kirpan are varieties of edged weapons.
True.
Turtle gives me a true for this one. Same question for you, D-Back. Chris, Kukri, and Kirpan are varieties of edged weapons. And my timer is not working for some reason. I probably shouldn't have done this one statement at a time, but as I didn't, live and learn. Like I said, that's why I do these tests. Yeah, like I said, this is the one she got me for Christmas, one of the two. He is absolutely brilliant in my opinion. I don't know which one I like better, him or Darkseid. I haven't decided. Alright, D-Back. Chris, Kukri, and Kirpan are varieties of edged weapons. True or false? No, believe it or not.
You did their LOL Shellback and Turtles LOL.
No, believe it or not, it just kind of, that was one of the questions that came up. It had nothing to do with names or turtles or seasickness or edge weapons or, I did not pick it because of guest names. Not this time. Hey, Emery's, how we doing? Alright, D-Back says it is also true. Alright, Turtle. Cleopatra's Needle on Victoria Embankment in London is an actual ancient Egyptian obelisk. True or false? And Turtle is going to say that it is true. Oop. There we go. D-Back. Same question for you. Cleopatra's Needle on Victoria's Embankment is an actual ancient Egyptian obelisk. True or false?
Yo, Henry.
See, Emery's, I needed you in about 5 minutes ago, or 9 minutes ago. Because then I would have had a 1-on-3 situation.
True.
And D-Back also says it is true. Alright, and finally, Turtle. A sailor is known as a shellback after he throws up on his first case of seasickness. True or false?
What's up, guys? Just missed it.
Yeah, you just missed it. I could have used you. Could have used you or HBK on this one. So a sailor is known as a shellback after he throws up on his first case of seasickness.
False.
Turtle says that is false. D-back is a sailor known as a shellback after he throws up on his first case of seasickness. True or false?
False.
And D-back also says false. Oop, there we go. Oh, it did work. Cool. All right. As we got 3 agreements, we're going to start with the agreements. Is a kris, a kukri, and a kirpan varieties of edged weapons? Indeed it is. So we are at 1 each. Is Cleopatra's Needle on Victoria Embankment in London an actual ancient Egyptian obelisk? Indeed it is. Now you guys can see why the colors are not working. And you both agree a sailor is not a shellback after he throws up on his first case of seasickness. And that is indeed false. A shellback is a sailor who for the first time crosses the equator while he's on a ship. Once he crosses the equator while on a ship, he is thereafter known as a shellback. And finally, we have the Motorola question.
Sailor. Or has crossed the equator.
It is not a veteran sailor. It's just crossing the equator.
LOL.
Motorola. Did they start producing flashlights on helmets? The correct answer is false. They did not. They started as Galvin Manufacturing for in-car radio technology. Motorola Rock and Rolla is where the name actually came from. That is what they changed it to. Which means that Turtle takes round 1, 4-3.
The play money.
Whoa.
Boobs.
Oh. I'm hoping that did not do what I think it did. Alright, that means Turtle, you get to choose 2 of the categories for the final 6 questions. Which categories would you like? And D-Back and Dave, get ready, because you will be next on the next one.
Has crossed.
Nope, it is not old or experienced. It has nothing to do with that. Trust me, I looked that up. It has nothing to do with age or experience. It could be a rookie. If a rookie crosses, what do they call them? A squiddy. There's a term for a first-time sailor.
Lol.
I can't think of it. It's any sailor that crosses the equator 1 time in their lifetime. They are thereafter known as a shellback. All right, Turtle, you get to choose the first 2 categories. Which 2 categories would you like? Yeah, we have werewolves.
44200 Alex DA LOL.
Werewolves, British playwrights, soccer, poetry, chocolate, geography, sports, Madonna, Germany, and the Bible. Which 2 would you like us to include in the finals, Turtle? Alright, chocolate will be number 1. And what would you like for the second category? don't know. I haven't even seen the out broadcasting.
When you have soccer on the board.
See, somebody was looking in the reference books. Shame. Because the funny thing was, I think it was the Tuesday night prize night. After I got done with the broadcast, I got a message saying, "You gave them too much time. They could look it up in Google." And I'm like, so? If you got a good computer, you're going to do it anyway. If you don't like playing trivia style. All right, so we have the first two topics selected. We have chocolate and the Bible. And I will tell you, these categories are intentionally vague. All right, D-Back and Dave. We're going to do a little differently on the display for this one. We're going to do it one statement at a time. So here is statement number one. D-Back, you will answer first. Dave, you will answer second. Canadian astronaut Gregory Chamatov brought donuts with him when he went to the International Space Station. Is that true or false? Canadian astronaut Gregory Chamatov brought donuts with him when he went to the International Space Station. D-Back and Dave. D-Back, you're first. Is this true or false? But yeah, that was like my one word response to him when he sent me that note. I'm like, so? I know it sounded rude, but it was like, if you got the tools and you got the time, you use the tools and the time. But yeah, the reference book, the Merriam's Dictionary has it wrong. You don't have to be old. You don't have to be experienced. All right, D-Back says it is false. Dave, same thing to you. Canadian astronaut Gregory Chamatov brought donuts with him when he went to the International Space Station. Is that true or false? And like I said, as you guys can see, if I have the timer running, this would actually be a pretty quick game, I believe. And Dave says it is true. So Dave says it is true. D-Back says it is false.
True.
Here's the next question. D-Back, again, you are first. There is a Crayola crayon named Purple Mountain Majesty. Is that true or false?
This was extreme. They work support
See, Marty would like that one. Dirty Marty would like that comment. Speaking of which, I haven't even seen Dirty Marty on lately. I think the airport gig is getting him worn out. That's what I think. Because like I said, I haven't been spending a lot of time watching streamers because I've been playing Fallout 4. But it's like, I haven't seen Marty. I've seen Jeepin' on lately. Dr. Rock, Rab's on. Singing Gamer. I haven't seen the WCIS boys, but that may be because I've like fallen asleep. Who else have I been missing? I've finally been catching up with Moneymaker because I know he's broadcasting already tonight. T-Back says it is true. There is a Crayola crayon named Purple Mountain Majesty. Yeah, I kind of heard. He posted something on Facebook, not Facebook, on Instagram one day. And it's like, this is not good.
LN split up. O moved back to mom's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. They may say the same, but the key is crossing the equator. I will tell you that right now. That's the key to a shellback. That much I do know. And I know that because my dad taught me that one. Yeah, I heard about that mess. So it was like I didn't want to say anything to him because I didn't want to say the wrong thing. But yeah, I had because I guess that's why he's not been broadcasting. Then I take it.
All's mom has shit internet.
Ah, okay. All right, Dave, we're waiting on you. Is this statement true or false? But yeah, like I said, let's see. I've actually been catching money because I've been trying to cut the Tuesday shows fast.
Anyone play new Batman?
New Batman? You talking about? And Dave says this is true as well. All right, so we have 2 trues so far. And here's the next question. Bourbon is the only alcoholic beverage named after a historical royal house of Europe.
My dad taught me the true meaning of shellback, LOL.
Yeah, see, that's where I learned it, was from my dad, because he was in the Seabees. And he basically said it didn't matter if you were old or young. Once you crossed, you were a shellback. Oh, you mean the Arkham Asylum? I was till my disc got screwed up.
Well, most recent.
So it was like basically I erased the Batman stuff off my PS4 because I don't insure my disc, so it means I gotta go buy a new disc before I start over. All right, D-Bat. Bourbon is the only alcoholic beverage named after a historic royal house of Europe. Is it true or false? And D-Back says that it is false. And that to me is frustrating are the Riddler challenges, or the Riddler race car bets. All right, Dave. It is your turn. Bourbon is the only alcoholic beverage named after a historical royal house of Europe. True or false? And you guys have to remember, once you give me an answer, just to let you guys know, once you give me an answer, it's locked in. It will not be changeable.
And the Ritter stumps the Ritter space-time continuum explodes LOL.
So we're waiting for Dave. Dave. See, the Air Force I wouldn't know.
Yo Dave wakey wakey LOL. I do know with my USAF background. You get the Order of Neptune Medal.
See, I would know Army and Navy, and I know a little British Army from my mom. The only Air Force I know is what I learned in ROTC.
Fur crossing.
Uh-oh, I just got a message from Dave. Let's see what Davy Boy had. Well, let's see what Davy Boy had to say. Give me 1 minute, guys.
Home screen. Function. The play room.
Wakey, wakey, Dave! I know, it's $10. I am seriously considering going to pick that up this weekend.
Oh, did you see the order 1886 is for 10 at GameStop? I believe it is all branches that cross aboard a ship.
See, I just saw that comment. Remember to put like a few extra words on there. Your most hated? I don't have a most hated. My most hated is every troll. I hate the trolls. Those are my hated viewers. There we go. Dave gives me true. Bourbon is the only alcoholic beverage
I'm going to be your most hated viewer.
named after a historical royal house of Europe. All right, D-Back, here is the last statement for you. Alexa Crawford, Samuel Johnson once wrote that oats are a grain which in England is generally given to horses, but in Scotland supports the people. I think he was trying to insult the English. I think that's what he was trying to do. If Samuel Johnson wrote that. I think somebody's trying to insult the English with that statement, if it is the true statement. Lexicographer Samuel Johnson.
Goddamn stream. You could receive and reply to messages via the Vita, so you don't have to back out to read them.
Yeah, no, but my Vita's upstairs right now. I actually know where my Vita is, so I know where something is. My Vita is sitting on my bed right now. What do you mean Ustream? I don't do Ustream. I do YouTube. Oh, it's right, because I think it's linked. So Ustream may actually have the stream going as well. No, because I link to the account, but I don't run with the account. It'd be cool if that's how it worked, though.
LOL.
It really would. All right, D-back. Lexicographer Samuel Johnson once wrote that oats are a grain which in England is generally given to horses, but in Scotland supports the people. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
Thanks for switching LOL.
Let's see, who else can we blame? We got YouTube, Ustream, Twitch. What's the other one? There's another one that isn't used. God, I know it and I can't think of it now. But there's another streaming service I happened to find by accident one day. And D-back says it is true. All right, Dave. Last question for you on this board. Lexicographer Samuel. British beer exploded. My British beer exploded.
False.
Good grief.
LOL.
And Dave says it is false. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to reveal who is the winner of round 2. And we're going to start with the ones that you guys agreed on, as always. Is there a Crayola crayon named Purple Mountain Majesty? Indeed there is, so you guys each have 1 point on this one. From here we've got 3 different answers, so we're just going to go from top to bottom. Canadian astronaut Gregory Chamitoff brought donuts with him when he went to the International Space Station. And the correct answer is... Come on. There we go. It is false. He actually brought bagels with him to the ISS, not donuts. One word can change the entire true false of a statement. It may have. All right. Is bourbon? Let me rephrase that. Bourbon is the only alcoholic beverage named after a historical royal house of Europe. Is it true or false? It is true. Bourbon is the only alcoholic beverage named after a historical royal house. Habsburg beer is named after the region of Habsburg. There's another one that they're all named after the region, not after the royal houses. Bourbon is the only one that is named after the royal house. All the others are named after various regions. All right. So right now we have 2 for D-back. We have 2 for Dave. And as we have 2 different answers, This one will decide who wins round 2. Lexicographer Samuel Johnson once wrote that oats are a grain which in England is generally given to horses, but in Scotland supports the people. Is this true or a false statement?
No Canadian bacon or maple syrup, just bagels, tisk tisk.
It is
LOL.
indeed true, and that means D-Back takes round 2, 3-2. Just bagels. That's all he took with him. Which means D-Back has 6 for this game. Which means D-Back, you took this one 3-2, which means you get to choose the next 2 categories. So again, chocolate is off the board, the Bible is off the board. Which 2 categories would you like to try, D-Back?
GGDB. I love oats for breakfast with an over easy egg on top.
See, Emery's must be Scottish, not English. But yeah, because the first thing that came to mind when I saw the fact that was given to me about bourbon was Habsburg beer. So I looked it up, and it's based on the region of Habsburg.
Geography and sports.
All right, so category 3 will be geography. Category 4 will be sports. All right, D-Back, you are currently sitting at 6. Turtle, you need 3 to qualify. Dave, you got to get all 4. And then I got to figure out how to deal with the tiebreaker. All right. So, Dave, you will be starting this one off. Turtle, you will be second. So,
Thanks,
here is
dog, my friend.
board number 3. And here is your first question. Nasi is the Malaysian word for rice. Is that true or false? Dave, you have first choice.
Family changed name to European after WW2 we had ties.
Oh, see, I'm just a pure mutt. That's all I am. I am pure mutt. Dutch, German, Italian, English, Scottish, Irish, American, Polish, more Dutch. What else do I have?
Racism.
I forget. I forget what else I have. Let's see. I gotta write down the categories in order just in case. Since it's a test, I don't know what it's going to do.
Sad. True.
All right. Dave says that Nazi is the Malaysian word for rice, and he says it's true. Turtle, is it true or false? Nasi is the Malaysian word for rice. But yeah, guys, like I said, Saturday or Thursday, it will be a very short list episode. It'll be basically one list, and that's it. It'll be on the YouTube channel, as
That
always.
is a dark, yummy looking beer. What
It is. What is it called? It's called Waddington's. Waddington's. And Turtle says nasi is not the Malaysian word for rice. It is part of the 12-pack of Beers of the World I got at World Market. If you look on the Instagram account, there's like I had all my beers lined up on the bar top, because it was like I had to go into work the next morning early, I had to go take Julie to the airport early, so I couldn't drink anything that Monday night. All right, here is the second clue, or the second statement. The Chilean 50 peso coin of 2008 incorrectly identified the country of Chile, C-H-I-I-E. And again, I apologize for the wording. It's kind of blurry. I'm going to work on that.
LOL. Nice, never had.
Nope, it is kind of stoutish, kind of. The Chilean 50 peso coin of 2008 incorrectly identified the country as Chile, C-H-I-I-E, but it wasn't noticed for 2 years. Dave, is that a true statement or a false statement? It's not as heavy as Guinness, but I think it's heavier than Bass.
False.
Dave says that is false. All right, Turtle. It is your choice. Is this a true statement or a false statement? The Chilean 50 peso coin of 2008 incorrectly identified the country as Chile, C-H-I-I-E,
That's true, that is hilarious.
but was not noticed for 2 years. Turtle says it is true. All right. So we definitely have a split going so far. Here is the next question, or next statement. Bob Hope died on the same day as Michael Jackson.
Guinness is a very heavy stout.
Now this is somewhere between the two. Because I actually like Bass beer better than Guinness. Don't tell anybody I said that. But this is like a little bit heavier than Bass, I think. Bob Hope died on the same day as Michael Jackson. Is it true or false, Dave? But yeah, it's like World Market is basically where we have World Market. You can go in and you can just buy a box, and they basically put 9 random beers in on it. Dave says it is false. Turtle, it is your choice. I don't know, because you'll only see on the window like 8 of them. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it just to see what it's like. And the only one I haven't liked of the bunch so far is the Italian one I had. Because it came with like a couple of British, came with 1 Chinese, 1 Japanese one, 1 Italian one, a couple of British ones, Belgian one, 1 from Denmark. I forget what the other one was. Yeah, Amberbach would be a very close relation to it, I think. Yeah, Amberbach would probably be close. Although I think Amberbach's probably a little lighter, I think. See, I know why it foamed up, because it's British beer and I had it in the fridge. Because you know the Brits don't drink their beer cold. Sorry, I had to say that. I had to say that. Turtle also says it is false. Which brings us to the fourth statement. Famed pianist Liberace once said that bad reviews made him cry all the way to the bank. Is that a true statement or a false statement, Dave? I will say this, with the new laptop, you notice it's not hanging, other than when it's not recognizing my fingerprint. And Dave says it is true. Turtle? Famed pianist Liberace once said that bad reviews made him cry all the way to the bank. Is it true or false? Dun, dun. I just realized I still got the background music going in this thing. That's what I've been hearing. I've been trying to figure out, wait a minute, I have the radio down, so it can't be playing. I forgot to turn the...
Truly,
oh, well.
we all the way home, LOL.
Alright. So, here's how it works. Turtle. You get 3 right, you're definitely in the finals. Dave has to get all 4 right, or D-backs in. If Turtle only gets 1 right, then Dave only needs 3 for a tiebreaker. So, let us start with the ones you guys agreed on. Did Bob Hope die on the same day as Michael Jackson? No, he did not. The actual... The actual person that died on the same day as Michael Jackson was Farrah Fawcett. Farrah Fawcett died on the same day that Michael Jackson died. Alright, the other one you guys are in agreement on. Famed pianist Liberace once said that bad reviews made him cry all the way to the bank. Did Liberace make that statement? Indeed he did. So Turtle, you are currently at 6. You get 1 more right, you win. If Dave gets 2 more right, he and D-back are in a playoff. So here is number 3. Nasi is the Malaysian word for rice. Dave says it's true. Turtle said it is false. Is nasi the Malaysian word for rice? Indeed it is. So Dave is at 3. Turtle is still at 2. So this is what it comes down to. If Dave gets this right, we have a 3-way tie, and I got to come up with a tiebreaker that I didn't think about. Well, actually, I do have a way to do a tiebreaker. If right, it's Turtle and D-back in the finals. So, do we have a 3-way tie? Or is it Turtle versus D-back? The 50 peso coin of 2008 incorrectly identified the country as Chi but was not noticed for 2 years. Is this a true statement or a false statement? See, I could use a drum roll right now. It is a true statement. It was indeed a true statement. The 50 peso coin actually said chi on it. They did not notice it for 2 years after it was minted. And the moment it got noticed, the Presidente of Chile fired his Treasury Secretary. So, Turtle sneaks in with 3, even though Dave and Turtle got the same score.
Focusing my LOL.
So, so that means, Dave, you are going to be out of the finals, but you still have a say in who could win. Again, as you guys tied, you each pick one category. So we have werewolves, soccer, Germany, British playwrights, poetry, and Madonna. Now, what would happen is, if it had ended up with a tie, I think Dave would have won and he would have chosen both categories. But again, as you guys split, you each choose one.
Crazy Chileans.
So Dave, you get to choose the first category that D-Bach and Turtle are going to compete with. Which category, Dave, do you want them to try to solve? Oh, see, I thought you would have gone soccer. I really thought you would have gone soccer to hose with them. Dave chooses poetry.
Poetry.
And Turtle, you get the last choice of the category. I don't see 50s up here. I don't see 50s up here. All right, Turtle. Which one would you like?
Pick 50S questions LOL.
Oh, see, I know what Dave was thinking. Dave's thinking if they get it wrong, they can't get 3. They can't get all 6, so they're not getting 3 numbers off the vault. I see what Dave's thinking. He's trying to pick one so they can't get to the vault.
Hey ha ha ha.
So yeah, even if you are not in the finals, when it's 3 players and they're all competing round robin, you can influence the chances of somebody getting the vault.
Playwrights.
And Turtle is going to take playwrights. All right, that means we are clearing off werewolves, soccer, Germany, and Madonna. Now, this is one of these examples where if it had been a one-on-one matchup, this would have shown, this would have been, well, it'll still work the same. The winner of this will get X numbers off the vault. So whoever wins between D-Bach and Turtle will definitely get 1 number off the vault. For whoever has the most correct, for every 2 statements that you get right, we're taking 1 more number off the vault. So for instance, if D-Bach wins 6-4, we're taking 4 numbers off the vault for D-Bach. If Turtle won 4-3, we would be taking 3 numbers off for Turtle. So again, whoever wins automatically gets 1 number off the vault. For every 2 statements the winner gets right, we are taking another number off the vault. All right. Now, this is the part that has not worked 100% the way I want it to in terms of the graphics. So we're going to wing it a little till I figure out how to debug this part. All right. And we are going to alternate who chooses the correct answer, or who chooses each answer. Turtle, as you had 7 correct, you can choose whether or not to go first or second on the first question. And again, the category is chocolate. So Turtle, do you want to go first or second? Hey, Smoothie, what's up, my man?
Second.
All right, so
Same fan. Much love, my friend.
hey, Orange, Smoothster, you haven't told me, Smoothster, how's the audition news going? That's what I want to know. All right, so Turtle is going to go second on the first one, and then we'll alternate. So D-Bag, you will have first choice of true or false for the chocolate question. The antioxidants found in dark chocolate and red wine are called theoridoxin. Theoridoxin. I can't even say this right. I practiced this. Over and over and over and over. The antioxidants found in dark chocolate and red wine are called theoridoxins. So D-Back, is that true or false? The antioxidants found in dark chocolate and red wine are called theoridoxins. And D-Back has to answer this one first. Is that true or false, D-Back? And D-Back says it is false. All right, Turtle. You heard D-Back's answer. Do you agree with him or disagree with him? The antioxidants found in dark chocolate and red wine are called theoridoxins. Turtle, is that true or false? And again, for those of you that are just joining in, I apologize for the glare and the brightness on these. As you guys may or may not notice, new laptop. Timing wise, it is a vast improvement. But the graphics have changed between my old one and the monitor. And Turtle also says false for chocolates. So right now we have double false.
False.
All right. So that is the chocolate cake question. The next question. All right, Amory's, until Thursday. Because like I said, I will be here on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday will be a quick the list. and it'll be on the YouTube channel. And what I may do afterwards is, like I said, because I want to rearrange the studio a little bit. And so I may just have a live non-saving stream for Ustream on Thursday afterwards, because it's New Year's Day and I don't, or New Year's Eve, and I don't work New Year's Day. All right, question or statement number 2. Zadok, Shealtiel, and Jeconiah are all names in the lineage of Jesus. Turtle, is this true or false? Zadok, Shealtiel, and Jeconiah are all names in the lineage of Jesus. Is it true or false, Turtle? But yeah, like I said, what I'm thinking about doing is basically turning the studio about 45 degrees. Just to get more of the bar and stuff up, and hopefully get a better picture of some of the goodies I had keep in the background. At least that's what I'm thinking. And like I said, I may just test it, to see how it looks on Ustream. If I don't like it, flip it back before the new year. Because I have ideas about changing a couple of things, like using the bar to hold up the easel for the random messages. Because like I said, I want to get back on the camera some more along with the game. And because of the way it's set up, I can't do that. Whereas if I put it on the bar and put myself in front of the corner of the bar, I might be able to do it a little better. We'll see. Like I said, it could turn into a total disaster and not work. Alright, Turtle says that it is false.
False.
Turtle says Zadok, Shealtiel, and Jeconiah are not all names in the lineage of Jesus. D-back. Is this statement a true statement or a false statement? Zadok, Shealtiel, and Jeconiah are all names in the lineage of Jesus. Is that a true statement or a false statement? And D-back also says it is false. We have a double false on this one. And we go back to the board. And we go to the geography question, or geography statement. And D-back, you have the first answer to this. The Zemchug Canyon can be found in the Bering Sea. Is that true or false? The Zemchug Canyon can be found in the Bering Sea. Is that true or false? Now you guys see what I mean by the idea was to make it a simple game, but not an easy game.
Neil before Zadok LOLC doesn't 39 T have the same effect LOL.
Kneel before Zod. Oh wait a minute, I'm the doctor. I don't kneel before anybody. The Zemchug Canyon can be found in the Bering Sea. D-back, is that true or false? D-back says it is true. Turtle. The Zemchug Canyon can be found in the Bering Sea. Is that true or false?
True.
Yep. I don't deny that one. Alright, Turtle says it is true as well. Alright, so far we have a complete match down the line. And we are going for the number 4 category, which is
Give me 4
sports.
bubbles, LOL. True.
The word tandem can apply to use with skydiving, bicycles, trailer axles, and kayaking. Turtle, is that true or false? The word tandem can apply to be used with skydiving, bicycles, trailer axles, and kayaks. Oh, it's just not kneeling, it's prostrating. Prostrating at her feet. The word tandem can apply to use with skydiving, bicycles, trailer axles, and kayaks. Turtle, is that true or false?
True and also false, LOL.
Turtle says it is true. D-back. Is that a true statement or a false statement? Bum, bum. All right, no more beer. Not tonight, anyway. And I don't know how Singing Gamer drinks that apple cider stuff. That was the other thing I picked up. I picked up a 6-pack of apple cider. And I was like,
Wakey, wakey,
it
LOL.
tastes it tastes horrible. It really does. D-back, we're waiting for you. Oh, there it goes. Oh, I think the battery's dead. Battery. Oh. Battery. Not working right. D-back. There we go. Come on, D-back. Yeah, we're not even going to go there. We keep this PG.
Some other camping things are in Kama Sutra, LOL.
Or at least PG-13. Close, dang it. And D-Bag says it is true as well. Now we come to the category that Dave picked for you guys. Poetry. And here is the statement. And so all the nighttide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride in her sepulchre there by the sea, are lines from the poem Annabel Lee. Is that true or false? You back? See, this is where I was surprised Turtle took second on the first clue. Yeah, I'll give you a hint. When it's like a one-word comment, I tend to do like, I say that it's blank. And the reason I do that is because for whatever reason,
True.
YouTube kind of gets flaky with really short responses. It really does. All right, D-Back says it is true. Turtle. And so all the nighttide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride in her sepulchre there by the sea, are lines from the poem Annabel Lee. Is that true or false? Turtle also says it is true. Alright, so we have true for that one, which means we are down to the last question, and we are looking for British playwrights. I should say the last statement. And here is the last statement. Dylan Thomas wrote Down and Out in Paris and London and has Evans the Death, Organ Morgan, and Mr. and Mrs. Willy-Nilly as characters. Turtle, is that a true statement or a false statement? Dylan Thomas wrote Down and Out in Paris and London, and it has the characters Evans the Death, Organ Morgan, and Mr. and Mrs. Willy-Nilly. Is that a true statement, Turtle, or a false statement? Dylan Thomas wrote Down and Out in Paris and London and has Evans the Death, Organ Morgan, and Mr. and Mrs. Willy-Nilly. Is that a true statement or a false statement? Turtle says it's a false statement. D-Back. This is your choice. Dylan Thomas wrote Down and Out in Paris and London and has characters known as Evans the Death, Organ Morgan, And Mr. and Mrs. Willy Nilly. And D-Back says it is false as well. Alright, which means no matter what, we have a tie because you guys agreed on pretty much all 6 statements. However, the 6 statements determine how many of the items come off the vault. The tiebreaker does not apply to that. So what we're going to do is we are going to reveal the correct and incorrect answers first. The first category was chocolates. And you both said that this was a false statement. The antioxidants found in dark chocolate and red wine are called thyreodoxins. You both said false. The correct answer is false. They're called flavonoids. They are indeed called flavonoids, so you both have 1 correct. The second one was the Bible, and you both again said it was a false statement. Zadok, Shealtiel, and Jeconiah are all names in the lineage of Jesus, and the correct answer is true. Those 3 are actual names in the lineage of Jesus. So if you guys had disagreed on that one, we would have had a winner with no tiebreaker. So we go back to the board and we go to category number 3, which was geography. And you both said that the Zemjung Canyon can be found in the Bering Sea. Is this a true statement or a false statement? And indeed, it is true. So right now you guys are on 2 out of 3. We go back to the board and reveal the sports question. The word tandem can apply to use with skydiving, bicycles, trailer axles, and kayaks. I will be honest, the first 3 made it pretty obvious. It was the kayaks part of the statement that was put in there to try to throw you, but it didn't actually work. There are what are called tandem kayakers. So we have a true again. So we are at 3 out of 4. And we go back to the board. So you guys have definitely unlocked 1 extra number off the vault. The next one was poetry. And so all the night tide, I lie down by the side of my darling, my life, and my bride in her sepulture there by the sea. You both said this was true, and this was one originally I was going to screw with by changing 1 word in there. But indeed, it is the exact line from the poem Annabel Lee. So you guys have gotten 4 out of 5 so far. So we go to number 6. British playwrights. Dylan Thomas wrote Down and Out in Paris and London and has the characters known as Evans the Deaf, Organ Morgan, and Mr. and Mrs. Willy Nilly. You both said this was a false statement, and the correct answer to this is false. Indeed, it's Under Milkwood is the actual name of the poem he wrote. Down and Out in Paris and London was written by George Orwell. Alright, so you guys have gotten 5 out of 6. Congratulations. I gotta make some of these statements a little more iffy. Alright, but we do have a tie. So, what we do in case of a tie on this is we go back and we make this a race. We're going to clear out the ones that were taken out. Turtle, you have the winner's advantage as you got more right during the game than D-Bag did. Which means you get to choose one of these 4 categories that remain. We have werewolves, soccer, Madonna, and Germany. Which category would you like us to try? We got werewolves, soccer, Madonna, and Germany. You have the player's advantage here. To break this tie is basically you pick one category. You can choose to answer it, or you can choose to pass it to debug. I will not show the statement until you make the choice. Okay? If you take the statement and you get it wrong, debug wins. If you take the statement and you get it right, you win. And it's just the opposite. If you pass it to debug and he gets it right, he wins. Alright, so you're picking Madonna. So again, it is your choice. Do you want the statement or do you want debug to take the statement?
He'll take it.
Alright, Turtle's going to take it. So this is how it works, Turtle. If you get the true false correct, you win the game. If you get it incorrect, debug wins the game. Alright? And there will be a time limit on it, and I know the timer's not working on this yet, so give me 1 minute while I get the timer up. Because I know the timer's not working because that was one of the things I was testing prior to jumping on the broadcast. So bear with me 1 minute. No, I'm like, I'm going to get this ad for Air China again. I can see it coming. There we go. And as always, it's the same rule on my timers. You have 60. You're going to have 60 seconds with which to give me to the following statement. Madonna's debut album was released in 1983. Madonna's debut album was released in 1983. The timer starts now. So again, I need a true or false second, true or false statement. Commercial time. No commercials. You got 44 seconds to give me true or false. We don't do commercials. Madonna's debut album was released in 1983. Turtle says it is true. So here's how it works. If Madonna's debut album was released in 1983, Turtle wins. if it was released in any other year, apparently, D-Back wins. Was Madonna's debut album released in 1983? Dun, da, da, da. Drum roll, please. And indeed, it is true. And with that, Turtle claims victory for this game. Like I said, this was one of those clues. I was like, do I change the year and throw it off? Very nicely done, Turtle. You have won the game of perfection.
GG Turtle.
But to show you guys what I was referring to, for instance, I gotta find the right one because there's one where I just changed one word. The national card game of Germany is euchre. Is false. I literally found the fact and I changed it to, I changed one word in the entire clue or the entire statement to make it a false statement. But ladies and gentlemen, that is how the perfection game works. Like I said, it's an easy true-false. If you can identify the statement as being true or false, you can win the game. But Turtle, congratulations. You are indeed our winner. And with that, I need to go pull up the vault. Yep. So, give me 1 minute while we go get the final vault up for you. Alright. There is a new combination. There is a new prize behind the vault. Already done. If you paid attention to what I did earlier today, you know one of the prizes that's not back there. So, Turtle, with this, you get to give me the 4 rows you would like to take an incorrect number off of. The numbers will be chosen at random by me, at which point you will get 1 guess at the vault combination. So, Turtle, which of the 4 rows would you like to take the 4 numbers off of? Again, you could take 1 off of each row, you could take 2 off of 1, you could take 4 off of a single row, if you like. Because you got 5 out of the 6 true falses in the final perfection game. So, Turtle, where would you like to remove the 4 numbers from? You're going to have 1 removed from each row. We can do that. And with that, we are going to remove the 5 from row 1, the 8 from row 2, the 0 from row 3,
One of each row.
and the 4 from row 4. Alright, Turtle, with that, I need the 4-digit combination that will open the vault. What is the 4-digit combination that you believe opens the vault? And if you are correct, you have won the prize and probably the most hardest chance of all. 2, 7, 4, 6. Ladies and gentlemen, is 2746 the combination to the vault tonight? No, it is not the combination to the vault, which means the prize is still available to anyone that can win it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for being here on test night. Like I said, we're testing. See, that doesn't look so bad. I kind of like how that one looks. That one doesn't look so bad. So I can live with the colors on the vault at the moment. But I want to thank you guys for being here on test night tonight, Tuesday night. We did a test of the Perfection game. Again, another one of those games from England that I really liked. It's actually very simple to run, very simple to put together. It took us an hour and a half on a three-man open game tonight. So it actually worked very well in that regards. The good news is, from what I've seen, the games are running about 90 minutes for the most part for the quick ones. The Jeopardy one I know is going to take a little longer, and a couple of others I know are going to take a little longer. Those are ones though that we literally have to work on some of the colorations, because I just want to see. I want to see what it looks like. Alright, it's not as bad colorized as I thought it was. So the blue may work. The blue may actually work.
I had a blast day, Saint fan. Congratulations, Turtle.
But yeah, like I said, guys, I want to thank you guys for being here tonight with me and my bow ties and my fez and all that fun stuff. I will be back on Thursday. We will do like I said, odds are we will do a very short list, at which point I will be doing some studio rearranging. The show will be on YouTube, and then when I do all the rearranging down here, it'll probably be on Ustream. I got a lot of rearranging to do. I'll probably stay online and chat, and maybe after I'm done chatting, work on some of these old games and reset the colors and stuff on them to see what happens. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys once again. It is fun as always to host the show. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I want to wish you guys a happy post-holiday. For those of you guys that were here and have presents, hope going your way. Hopefully I'll get them out this weekend. I got to pick up 2 boxes for Orange and Bobby, because the ones I had are too big to ship the stuff in. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, making choices in life is the easiest thing to do. Making the right choice and standing by that choice will always be the hardest, but the proper thing to do. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wish you guys a good night, and we will see you on Thursday with the list.
Good night and good evening, big smile. Text to speech unavailable here.